So, I had my first violin lesson today, and I just kind of wanted to share with you guys what I've learned, what I learned in today's lesson. It was a very short lesson. Basically, we spent it tuning my violin, and thank you for telling me my violin needed tuning. I thought it was just me playing it wrong, but yeah, it was badly out-of-tuned. So, okay. First thing she taught me was that I needed to put my shoulder rest on my violin. The thick part goes on top when you hold your violin like this. Like this. Hold your violin like this. Big part goes on top, and you just clip it on, kind of like that. It might be a little too high, or actually that's about right. Okay? Your violin sits on your shoulder, right here. And ta-da! She was pretty impressed I could hold my violin without using my hands. I don't know why, because it feels pretty comfortable. And violin's really light, so yeah. You should be able to do that with your violin, apparently. She also went over the parts of the violin, which I don't remember most of it, but this is the scroll. You got your pegs, peg box, the black part's the fingerboard, then you got your strings. This is a bridge, this little wooden piece right here. That's your bridge. You got your F-hole. There's a sound post inside of your violin. You kind of have to look down through the F-hole to see it. You got your chin rest, which is this part right here. Oh, you got your fine tuners, which is these little pegs down here. Some violins don't have this. This is a tailpiece, this black part right here. And then there's something over here, and I don't know. I don't think they're important now anyways. And then my bow. You got your tip, obviously. Your bow stick, the bow hair. This thing right here, this metal thing is like called the winding. This is called the ferrule. I don't know what that is. You got the frog, which is this thing right here, and then you got your tension screw, which tightens the horsehair or the synthetic hairs on my bow. You're supposed to loosen your bow every single time you're done playing with your violin, so I'm going to tighten it. The only thing we got through today was playing the D string and the A string, which I already knew this, but I couldn't keep a beat, and she had to use a metronome, and even then I couldn't listen to the sound and play at the same time. So that was bad. Oh. Something that I need to practice on, definitely. To hold your bow, you need to hold it like this. Make sure your finger's curved on top like that, kind of rounded, which I have a hard time doing. And then your thumb is supposed to be curved as well. Like, I guess like that. A lot of people play like this. I do too, but I guess, like I said, it's going to take practice for me to keep everything rounded. I don't really know how you do that, but see, my finger always wants to straighten out. My pinky. Don't hold it like that. Yeah, that's basically all I learned. I'm going to have to practice on holding the bow, but this is what we did today, just the first two lines. I don't know if you can see that. And just so you know, I failed miserably trying to play it. Well, she said I did good, but I think I did really bad, so. When you're playing open strings, I think that's what she called them, you can put your hand here instead of holding it over here. And I'm only playing the D and A strings, so I guess that's an open string. Another thing I learned as well is that after you play each note, you don't lift your bow off of your violin, which apparently I had a problem with. And like you might have noticed, I have a problem hitting the other strings when I'm supposed to only hit one string. But yeah. So that was it for my first lesson, and I just wanted to share it with you guys.